Guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now today, yes, it's coming up to 4 p.m. at the time of recording this video on the 5th of September 2025. Where has this year gone? It's mind-blowing. Yes, it is mid-afternoon, and yes, I do have my espresso. Let's have a sip of that. We are going to have a look at the crypto market in total. It is still not above that $4 trillion mark, so we're still a little bit off that. I'm not really concerned about that. There are updates coming with Earn Curve. A lot of you have signed up. Thank you very much. We'll get to some cool updates about that. XRP, love XRP news. This is an incredible project that I've been speaking about for 5 years now on my channel. The ETF approval could push it up to $5 in October. We will see. Let me know your comments and thoughts about the SEC potentially approving these in October. Ethereum is running out on exchanges because all of the ETFs are buying it up. Pretty much BlackRock is buying up everything at the moment. Could you imagine what happens with XRP when they do that? And these ETFs potentially in October get launched. Another cryptocurrency, Ondo, launches global markets, 100 plus tokenized US stocks on Ethereum. Fascinating. We know that Tom Lee has been speaking heavily about Ethereum being the favorite for Wall Street. All right. SEC is also delaying the 21 shares spot SUI ETF until December 21st, which is not that far away. Can you believe it? Wild. Crypto volatility alert. Friday's US jobs report could trigger a major move. We're going to have a read of that. Gary Gensler, which is interesting. I just saw this on X, but he lost a whole bunch of text messages due to IT failures. Was that intentional? What do you think? We're going to have a read of this article. SEC also, the new SEC, the pro-crypto SEC, is now considering frameworks to shield Bitcoin from quantum computing, which is fascinating. And of course, we're going to go over some posts on X. Let's get into it, guys. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new, smash the subscribe button down there. Turn on that little bell notification because as you can see on the screen, I love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along on this incredible journey. It's been wild so far. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through. It would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. So make sure you give it a thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's down there. Thank you very much. You rock. Also, a little disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I do not want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto and of course any other investment. So be careful. All right, formalities are out of the way. Coming straight over to the community post tab. I don't know why they just call it posts. Anyway, it's weird. Top altcoins in my portfolio. We had Reef this morning, LCX, Matic, and Phantom. Yes, there are new grid bots coming to EarnCurve. This is part of the multi-bot upgrade. So we are adding XLM, Stellar, Lumens, Chainlink, Gridbot, which is amazing, and of course Litecoin, which is another. So those will be going live very soon. I'm just waiting on a few things because there's a few technical glitches there that I'll be testing those first. Then it'll go live to everybody as well as the multi-bot feature, which is coming, ladies and gentlemen. It is in progress. It has been a mammoth task. Like, honestly, it's mammoth. So that is coming very, very soon. Also, I did put out this message yesterday to everybody because, again, I'm seeing a few people get frustrated with their inability to trade with the multi-bots on EarnCurve and, of course, OctoBot. They are fixing this. This is the big upgrade, so stick with me on that, guys. Total crypto market sitting at $3.83 trillion, $144 billion. It needs to get back up above $4 trillion and, of course, $200 billion. Last night, though, on the market, we had outflows on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Bitcoin had negative $222 million, getting mixed up with the amount of digits here, and Ethereum was $167 million. So total was $390 million. And again, we're at 49 out of 100 and 41 on the Fear and Greed Index. Coming over to crypto now. Let's have a look. I should say the actual coins themselves. Top altcoins in my portfolio. Superverse, Super, Telcoin, Mana, Terra Classic. I don't even know where I've got that stored, to be honest with you. We've got Illuvium, Cool Game, Quant is also up 1.8%, Harmony 1, XVG, Theta, The Graph, Sui is up 1%. I'm really bullish on Sui. Coming over to market cap, Bitcoin is trading at 111,000 US dollars. Ethereum's at $4,339. XRP's at $2.81. Solana's at 204 US dollars. Dogecoin, 21 cents. I'm thinking of adding a Dogecoin gridbot as well. Things on Doge have gone very quiet after Elon Musk sort of left Doge. There was a time when, the Gary Gensler days where he'd say something about Dogecoin or, being at the future of money, so to speak, and probably implementing it on X, that it went parabolic. Now, that narrative has dropped off significantly. Let me know in the comments what you think about Doge and if you're holding it. I'm curious. Cardano's at 81 cents, Chainlink $22, Sui $3.34, Stellar 35 cents, Hedera 21 cents, and Litecoin $111. Now again, the bot for Stellar is coming, and of course Litecoin and Chainlink. These cryptocurrencies have ETFs, so I'm bullish on that. Something I'm going to do different now. I want to show you guys what the prices are in Australian dollars, because I do have Aussies that watch my channel. Bitcoin's 170,000 US Australian dollars. Can't wait for that to be US. Ethereum's at 6,640 Australian. XRP's at $4.30. Gosh, a lot of you have been watching my channel for 5 years. I think we got in, like 20, 30, 40 cents. So it's done really well, which is amazing. Solana's at 313 Australian dollars. Dogecoin's 32. Chainlink's at 34 Australian dollars. Sui's at $5. Stellar is at 54 cents AUD. Hedera, 33 cents. Litecoin is $171. That's wild. XDC still undervalued at 12 cents. Not financial advice. But anyway, I just thought I'd do that because I'm always speaking in US dollars. So I'm just catering for everybody in my Aussie audience that watch me all the time. So thank you guys. Now my exchange earn curve. Yes, have a sip of the espresso. I'm working very hard to get this up and, these multi-bots running with the OctoBot team. It has not been easy. It has been very challenging in terms of getting this up and live. A lot of testing, and the guys at OctoBot are incredible. They're working very, very hard. Literally every day for the last 2 months. All right, so it's a massive upgrade and update. Coming over here, I do have my DCA Top Accelerator bot running at the moment on, of course, Earn Curve on one account. As mentioned, you will no longer need to use multiple accounts, which is going to be very, very bullish. So you can run all of your trading bots, your crypto baskets, your grid bots, and of course the artificial intelligence strategies, which is amazing. Now, again, if you haven't gone to register on EarnCurve, go do that. Make sure you KYC, because if you do, I'll apply a 10% discount to your trading fees. Okay, so it's 10% off, and they're already the lowest in the country, in Australia. No BS. I think the maker fees is sitting at like 0.1, or taker fees is 0.1 and 0.3. So it is literally the lowest fees in the country, and that is, again, to say thank you, because we're still building and taking over Australia slowly. Currently, there are 589 registered users, which is amazing. Some of you have KYC'd, some of you haven't, so please make sure you do that. I just want it to be compliant. I don't want any unsavory characters using it, so make sure you do that. It's very important, all right? It is the law, okay? I'm just making everyone aware of that. Now, coming over to crypto baskets, you will be able to run all your crypto baskets, all of them. Not that you need to run specifically once you're trading like top 10 or top 20. There's no need to run any others if you're running those big ones, because it's trading everything in terms of the crypto baskets. And of course, the Made in USA coins, Metaverse, you can run all of them on one account, which is amazing. And of course, the strategies, the grid trading strategies, and of course, the DCA strategies, you can run these on all Again, one account on one account. All of them on one account. Now, again, I'm really excited to bring the XLM one, the Litecoin and Chainlink, and of course, adding more as we go. Now, this is very exciting stuff, and of course, stick with me on this. As you can see, this is the XLM Gridbot. This is the testing beta version of this, and of course, we've got Chainlink and Litecoin. Very, very exciting. So go register an account on EarnCurve, guys. Help me get there. It's not easy. It's very challenging, and I thank you for all of your patience and sticking with me on this, because honestly, it's getting an exchange live in Australia has been one of the most difficult and challenging things I've ever done in my life, and I couldn't have done it without your support, so thank you. There are new laws coming in March 2026 that were published on Friday, the 29th of August, and just further controls, restrictions, transaction reporting, and that's required just to keep investors safe. All right, that's the most important thing. So it's going to be more complex, a lot more to navigate. So it's not easy, and hopefully I don't lose my hair doing so. I might look like CZ. Anyway, legend, by the way. XRP, how the ETF approval in October could push it back towards the $5 US. I can't wait for this, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Now, again, a $2.74 zone has acted as XRP's lifeline over the recent weeks for technical analysis, repeatedly serving as a rebound point for buyers. A clean break below this level, however, would likely drag the price to $2.46 and $2.21 area. On the upside, resistance looms at $3.10, which is nice. And of course, we have the ETF factor in October looms large. All eyes on the United States Securities Exchange Commission, which is reviewing a record number of XRP applications or ETF applications. Grayscale, Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, they're all waiting, have filed, and final deadline for decision is mid-October. We've got Eric Balchunas and James Seifert, both Bloomberg analysts right here, estimate the odds of approval around 90%. Citing earlier approvals for Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs are setting precedent, basically. If the SEC gives the green light, which we're all waiting for, XRP could become the third major crypto asset with the US-listed spot ETFs, unlocking significant institutional demand. And we are still early in this space. Ethereum, which is interesting, the reserves on centralized exchanges have fallen to the lowest level in 3 years as demand grows for the investment funds and corporate buyers. Again, go listen to that podcast from Tom Lee on Bankless, I think it's called. Fascinating interview with Tom Lee, and it's changed my perspective on what's coming for Ethereum. I've never liked it. I've been very open and honest about it. I hate the gas fees. I think on a couple of transactions, I copped massive fees for moving only a small amount, which is very frustrating. So let me know in the comments what you think about Ethereum. Now, Ondo Finance, moving on to this. I've been looking into Ondo Finance, and they were tokenizing treasuries not long ago, actually. Let me just move this out. Ondo's tokenized US equities, tokenized equities, are designed to mimic stablecoin functions, allowing use across decentralized finance, not just for passive holding. Trading volume and liquidity mechanisms for the three tokens are likely to be vary by region and jurisdiction. Ondo is one of the first to offer tokenized US stocks on Ethereum at scale, with expansion plans across chains. Real world utility, ladies and gents, real world utility. Moving on, again, the SEC delays 21 shares spot SUI ETF until December, which is very frustrating. I'm not entirely sure why, but hopefully by then we have at least all of the XRP ETFs done. We could see a move in the markets again. The August US labor readings have turned Friday's non-farm payrolls into live fire macro event for crypto. On Wednesday, ADP's private payrolls rose just 54,000, well under the forecast, and the job openings have slipped on the latest JOLT print, sharpening focus whether the Federal Reserve will continue a long telegraphed September rate cut. If there's going to be a rate cut, that is, good for crypto in a sense, all right? This one's fascinating, but the SEC permanently lost Gary Gensler's text messages Yeah, right. Affecting regulatory transparency. The failure raises questions about the regulatory oversight in crypto markets, and market participants remain concerned about potential impacts on regulation. How do they lose and delete text messages? Come on. Don't give me that BS. This guy was destroying cryptocurrency in the United States and globally. Ripple and XRP would have been a hell of a lot higher than what it is now if it wasn't for him. Seriously, unbelievable. And now the new pro-crypto administration, or I should say the SEC, Paul Atkins, they're considering a framework to protect Bitcoin against post-quantum financial infrastructure, which, this is going to be fascinating because quantum computing could crack Bitcoin's hash rate and mining, which, again, it can happen. And the document presents a strategic and technical framework to help inform future guidance, rulemaking, and joint industry efforts. We believe that a structured approach is needed to neutralize the forward-looking threat of quantum computing, and we present this framework to starting point for the critical work. So it's fascinating. They're actually doing it. It's very smart. So, that, again, pro-crypto, they're thinking ahead, ladies and gents. Coming over to X, thank you to those 9,000 people that follow me on there. You guys rock. Global liquidity. There was an interesting one here I found, and thank you, Crypto Goose, for this. Again, we're still very early. Global liquidity is pushing higher. As you can see on the chart here where I'm moving my mouse on the right, we're nowhere near the peak of a bull market. Nowhere near it. Hasn't even started. It is far from over. I agree 100% with that. CZ from Binance, things to avoid in crypto, selling the dip. Yes, you're supposed to do the opposite. Buy the dip, not financial advice, all right? Moving down, XRP Army credited with helping Ripple tilt the case against the SEC. That is in part a lot to do with the XRP Army, yes. And John Deaton, who represented 75,000 retail investors in XRP when that case was going on. Now it just feels like an absolute blur because it's done a complete 180. It's mind-blowing. Moving on, Raoul Pal. We'll end on this because he's done some incredible analysis. I like his charts. It's awesome. We've got total 3 right here. Let's have a look here. Bitcoin and Ethereum ready to launch. And, from the waiting room, so to speak, it has been sideways, as you can see right here, for a while now, for a few weeks, months even, since, July. It's frustrating. I should say weeks, more to the point. But we're waiting for big news. I actually might start a Bitcoin and Ethereum grid bot on EarnCurve and OctoBot because I think it's great to trade that volatility because trading between them is interesting. Let me know your thoughts on that. We have also the outside the top 10 purest form of alt season where, again, all SHIT rises. Still in the waiting room, again, but longer to launch. ETH right here is going to boom. Solana, definitely primed to go parabolic easily, I believe, anyway. That's just waiting to take off. It's been, silent for a very long time. Frustrating. Sui as well, ready, as you can see on this incredible chart. Thank you, Raul, for this one as well. Dogecoin, XRP in the process of full porting. I mean, look at it. It's been like this, 2017. I mean, we did have its, positive moments in the previous market. I mean, we had some positive news come out, updates we're all looking at over the last 5 years. Mind-blowing. Anyway, people need to learn patience. 100%. The path is clear, but never, ever expect tick-for-tick perfection. That is the truth. The global M2 money supply right here. We're still waiting. So just be patient. A lot of people are not patient, and I'm noticing that more heavily now with my own crypto exchange, EarnCurve. People are impatient. Just be patient because big things are coming. All right, you just got to hold on. You have to. Let the bots do their thing, by the way, as well. BlackRock did buy 3 hours ago 1,226 Bitcoin, and they currently now hold 751,000 Bitcoin, which is mind-blowing. And we'll end on this. Gary Gensler, John Deaton, legend. I've met him personally at Wave of Innovation on the Gold Coast. He was a gentleman. But Gary Gensler is the poster child of corruption in Washington, D.C. His tenure at the chair, basically at the SEC, will go down as one of the most shameful in modern history. Judges stated that the SEC under Gary Gensler lacked faithful allegiance to the law, acted arbitrary and capricious, and was sanctioned by perpetuating a fraud upon the court. Plus, let's face it, anyone who gets a gig from, I'm not going to go into that name, CFO likely has corruption in his DNA. Wow. Legend, man. Anyway, guys, that's my video for your Friday. I hope you have a great Friday evening and Friday morning wherever you are in the world. Make sure you go register on EarnCurve. KYC, that's very important. That is a passport, government-issued ID, and a utility bill to make sure it's you. And once you guys do that, I'll apply a 10% discount. But these bots are coming, guys. They are, as you can see, no BS, adding XLM, Chainlink, and Litecoin. And, of course, the multi-bot feature will be coming live very soon. Stay bullish. I'll speak to everyone tomorrow over YouTube Shorts. Or I might do a video. We'll see how we go. Stay bullish, guys. Have a good night, good afternoon, good morning. And if it's morning, have another espresso for me. Peace out, bulls. Take care.